Peanut the brush-tailed possum is ready to be released. Now, as you guys know, I do have a couple of resident brushies here. Not so many that makes it unsafe for Peanut to be released here. But the only thing is, I don't actually have any more possum boxes. So I'm going to run into Bunnings this morning, grab a few supplies, and whip up a little house for him. And I thought I'll take you along with me in case you want to build one for your resident possums as well. There's probably a way more cost-effective way to do this if you go into the timber yard and actually get like a 24 by 1200 piece of ply. But instead, I just got 2 little pre-cut pieces because I didn't want to mess about with strapping. So what we've got is a little bit of ply, wood glue, strapping, and some hinges. Everything else I should have at home, and you should as well. Before I start this little project, just make sure if you're going to build something, you check your local council regulations first because every single state varies widely. I'm just going to rip this plank into 4 equal parts. It's going to be much bigger than what it needs to be, but Peanut's a king and he deserves the best. I've ripped down the piece of ply and I've got 4 equal parts now. This is going to make up the 4 walls to the possum palace. What I'm actually going to do now is put in the entry holes and also put in the little food platforms before I put the whole thing together. That's just going to make it a lot easier to construct rather than trying to get a drill in the box to attach these things. That sun is absolutely killing me, so I've just put you guys in the shade. Complaining about the rain one day, whinging about the sun the next. I'm just a girl. I'm just going to focus on 2 planks right now. This is going to be the front of the little house and this is going to be the side of the house. Most possum boxes you see will be constructed with 1 single hole at the front. As you guys know, I've got snakes in the area, and as you know, Peanut may have already had a run-in with a snake.
Bloody hell, you're massive.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put in a second little escape hole in the side of his box, just like having a front and back door, really. Hole saws suck. I've always got a stash of leftover branches that I use for the aviary. So what I've done is I've just cut down a few little pieces and I'm actually going to attach these to the front so that Peanut has a way to get in and out of the hole. We're at the fun part now where we get to start putting it all together. So I'm going to start gluing this all up. We will paint it at the end. And I suppose I'll get back to you in a minute when it's almost a completed box. The good thing about using this strapping is that it will actually grow with the tree. So we won't install it super tight around the trunk. We'll give it a little bit of leeway. That way, as the tree grows, it's not going to get a big nasty cut wound in it. As you can see, we've made sure that the strapping was attached to the inside of the box. We've glued it and I've currently just brad nailed it. We'll screw it into place to make it a little bit more sturdy. But the reason I've put the strapping here, as opposed to flipping this around, is because I don't want these little screws to poke out. If you had a screw that was less than 12 mil, easy, Bob's your uncle. But this is how I've had to do it today. And it's really not going to make any difference. I'm going to have to wrap this up because it is stinking hot outside. Final step is to add the roof. Now by law, you need to have the roof on hinges so that you can inspect it and clean it. I'm going to attach 2 little hinges to the back side here and set her out to dry for a little while, and we'll paint her later, but I'll come back to you with a reveal very soon. There we have it, guys. Peanut's pad fully constructed. Dual access. He's got a little pergola here and a hinged roof. What more could you ask for? This was such a fun little project. I really hope that once Peanut is released, he absolutely thrives being in the wild. If you and your family decide that you are going to tackle one of these little projects of a weekend, please make sure to tag me. I would love to see what you guys build for your resident possums. Peace out.